most of the people don't know is that for a kilogram of cocaine, you need new book, 2 tons of coca leaf. And at the end, this kilogram of cocaine is only going to have 1% of coca leaf. That's nothing. They mix this coca leaf with gasoline, with chemical. Well, I'm not a narco, so I don't know how they prepared it. But yes, they use different kind of chemicals that are really bad for the body. And at the end, they're going to have cheese, for sure. But well, most of the people think that the first mafia in our country was the cocaine mafia, but actually it's not. The first mafia is politicians, of course, everywhere. And the second one, emerald mafia. So some farmers found caves in Boyacá. Boyacá is a region of Colombia really close to Bogota, and they found caves full of emeralds. Remember that Colombia is an emerald country. We have 70% of the emeralds of the world are from Colombia. So they found these caves. At the beginning, they were doing the right thing, like selling them in the stores and in the places that were legal. But the government was taking a lot of money from these sellings. So they started doing a black market of emerald in our country and outside too. So they have a huge structure for mafia of emeralds in the world. Then Vietnam War appeared. And with that, the Peace Corps. So Peace Corps or hippies were coming to third world countries like Colombia, trying to make a good image of the United States in this kind of place. And when hippies came to our country, the first place where they arrived was Santa Marta. And what they found was just a lot of weed, free marijuana for everyone. So the country was full of marijuana everywhere, like it grows everywhere, like weed, normal weed. So it was like, yeah, they're really happy, of course. They started doing this trade of marijuana, but this was a really small scale, just backpacks with marijuana. They weren't there, they went to share their love with their friends in the United States, and they came back with a lot of money. Obviously, Emerald Mafia was really interested in this new mafia, and they did it. So they get involved with this marijuana mafia, but they already have the structure, the big structure, with the chiefs, with the people, with everything. We will go all around the world with marijuana. Then the disco era appeared.
Hello?
With the most important drug in that moment, that was sugar, yes, cocaine. So cocaine was popular because of Hollywood. So we have different kind of TV shows and movies like Scarface and Miami Vice that show cocaine as the good thing for the bad boys. So that was like the cool thing. So they made like cocaine the big thing and the big deal. And then the biggest mafia started. Sorry guys, this is new for me, like, I don't know how to handle it. Yes. The biggest mafia start. So that was the Medellin cartel. Some of you have seen Narcos, of course. So Medellin cartel with the leader, the most important leader, Pablo Escobar. So we have 2 important cartels in our country. The Medellin cartel and the Cali cartel. The Medellin cartel used to own the 80% of the cocaine business. And the rest was for the Cali cartel. Obviously, Medellin cartel wanted all. What they did was to pay to 2 hitmans to kill the most important leaders of the Cali cartel, and they did it. They have 2 hitmans in a motorbike, and they went in a soccer match, and they killed the most important people of the Cali cartel Obviously, Cali cartel members were really angry with that, and that was the start of a war in between the 2 cartels. Cali cartel knew that they couldn't do this alone, so even though they were enemies, they talked with the government of the country to end up with Pablo Escobar and the Medellin cartel. They have the biggest, like a common enemy that was bigger than them, so it was Pablo Escobar. That's why they were like no enemies in that moment and ours. And yes, they did it. They catch Pablo Escobar, but this is expectation, reality. So this is the jail of Pablo Escobar. It used to be a huge mansion with pool and everything. They used to have animals, like a zoo in there. They used to have everything. Pablo Escobar, when they catch Pablo Escobar became a violent person, even with his own people. He was already violent, but he became more violent even with his people. So some of his people from the Medellin cartel went against them, and they made this movement called Los Pepes. Los Pepes were a movement with ex-members of the Medellin cartel, members of Cali cartel, and ex-members of the army too, that we call paramilitaries. Also, they were supported by the DIA and the CIA, but that was not like a strong thing. They knew that the only option to end up with the Medellin cartel was to kill Pablo Escobar, because jail didn't work. Yes. So at the end, yes, they killed Pablo Escobar. So we have two versions, or different kind of versions, about who killed Pablo Escobar. So some people say that he committed suicide, he killed himself, because they found a hole next to his ear. And he also used to say, like, I prefer to kill myself than let them catch me and take all my money away from me and torture me. So some people say that he committed suicide. The other ones think or believe that police members or Cali cartel members killed him. So first, an ex-Cali cartel member wrote a book about how he killed Pablo Escobar and he became rich. Then an ex-member of the police wrote a book and he became rich. Then an ex-member of the CIA came with this huge idea of a TV show showing how they killed Pablo Escobar. And that's Narcos. So we have different kind of versions about what happened with Pablo Escobar. The thing is that cocaine nowadays is just still being one of the most important drugs, and we still produce cocaine in our country, but they are trying to erase all the illegal coca plantations around the country. Nowadays they cannot use chemicals, but they can just take it from the roots, the plant from the roots, and that's what they are doing right now. So now we had a peace process with FARC. FARC was also involved with the cocaine business. So they are trying to make the farmers to grow other things that are not coca leaf. But yes, but the real coca leaf is this one. It's not cocaine, not at all. You cannot bring this to your countries actually, but because they think that you're going to prepare cocaine in your houses, but you need the tons. So you can buy just the tea bags of coca leaf is really good, have the same properties. So coca tea is really good for the digestive system, cognitive system, and respiratory system too. So you can use it, it's really good for everything, it's natural. We also call it as the natural Red Bull. It's really good for energy, yes. Instead of coffee, you can drink coca tea and it's going to have the same properties. It's going to make you awake, to keep you awake. And it doesn't have caffeine, so it's a really good option if you want to try coca tea. Also, we have here sacha inchi. Sacha inchi is a peanut from Peru, ¿cierto? De Peru?
De la Amazonía.
The Amazon, well, from Amazonas. You can try it. So these one have different kind of properties. It's also related with the native. So it's different kind of properties like omega-3, omega-9, omega-6. And it's really good for the digestive system too.